Hi guys, once again I'm back to your faces to give you guys all the news in the world of music. Starkey, you can spell it as Darkin, it's double E. Welcome again to segment of the news. The news is buzzing, and it's my duty to come to your faces to give you guys all the happenings in the world of Afrobeat. A lot is happening. On this news, we have Asake, Rema, and Charlie Poppy who have made the news. At the same time, Tua Savage son Jamil has given us the all moment with his special message to his mom. All of these we would bring them to you in a bit. In the meantime, we want to say a big thank you to our fans out there for doing what you guys do. You guys are really amazing. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your consistency. It's meant a lot for us. You guys have proven that you guys love us, and it's only apt that we reciprocate that love back to you guys. Thank you. And we say namaste to all of you. At the same time, we want to implore you guys to please put on your notification button so you'll be the first person to know whenever we make a video or a content. The news, like I said, is buzzing. Let us see what the news actually look like. We'll begin proper with Rema. We saw Rema breaking records on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders with his amazing numbers. Rema Calm Down have surpassed 2 billion total stream on YouTube Music. It become the first African song to achieve this. So basically, now it means the video, both the one with Gomez and the initial one, the audio on YouTube. Now, cumulatively, it has done 2 billion stream on one platform. Trust me, this guy's song has broken all record there is to break. And moving on, we saw Rema Gomez Calm Down breaks another record in Nigeria as it became the longest charting single in the history of the turntable radio charts, and it has spent about 103 weeks on the charts. Now, this is a massive record. We saw what it did on YouTube. Now, this song has broken record on major DSPs. Spotify broke record to become the first African song to surpass 1 billion stream. YouTube, another record, becoming the first African song to have surpassed 2 billion stream on YouTube. And then in Nigeria, cut to the turntable chart, it has broken another record as it became the first song to have spent 103 weeks on the charts. Rema is golden. Rema is classic. Rema is just big, basically, and you can tell from the numbers it's doing. Spending 103 weeks on the chart really is an amazing one. Moving on, we saw Rema Gomez Calm Down breaks, and like I said, that breaking records for 103 weeks. And moving on, we saw cut to the Sweden year-end chart. We saw Rema Calm Down ranks number 50 on the Sweden top 100 singles for the year 2023, and it is the highest ranking Nigerian single ever on the year-end chart list. Massive one. Rema has been doing amazing numbers, crazy numbers, and this is a good one coming from Sweden. By the way, you observe on the hashtag, where is Rema? I believe Rema team are doing a search hunt now where they're asking questions, where is Rema? And then this is as a result of the fact that he is yet to drop a single for the year, and the question is, where is Rema all along? We saw last year, he ended the year after he said he had to go through medical issues and all of that. Now he's back, he's better. Why is he not giving us bangers? His team are asking, where is Rema? Moving on, we saw for the Spanish year-end chart, we saw Rema and Gomez Calm Down ranks number 8 on their radio chart for the year 2023. Massive one again for Rema, doing good numbers in Sweden and as far as Spain. Still on Rema, we saw Rema Fame, the Color and Co have just surpassed 40 million streams on Spotify. Now, Rema news lately is going to be news about breaking numbers and records because he has done the work, he has put in the effort. It is time to now reap what he has sown, and it's evident with what we've seen, doing crazy numbers, selling out spaces, being the first African song on one DSP, on 2 DSPs. Now you can just tell with all you've seen that he is a climax and is actually enjoying or reaping the fruit of his labor. Moving on, we saw Rema EP became the second longest running number 1 album in the history of Nigeria Apple Music album charts, having spent about 15 consecutive weeks on the charts. The first project by an artist to ever spend 15 weeks at number 1 on the Nigerian Apple Music, that is obviously Rema. Like I said, massive one for him. And with all we've saying, we want to say big congrats to Rema. All the way in Brazil, Rema is also making us proud in Brazil. We saw Rema Calm Down has spent 60 consecutive weeks on the Brazil singles chart. It is the highest with 47 and the longest charting African song ever in the country. It has spent 70 consecutive weeks on the international pop chart. and it became the only African song to appear on the chart. When it peaked at number 2. Now let me explain what Brazil is to you. Where is a country? I'm a South American country. Their major strength is football, sport, basically. Futsal, football, that is their major strength. Now, music and P, so they have the samba song where they have a samba dance. So basically, if you are not doing samba, you most likely will not penetrate Brazil. And now you find a lot of, and the samba has come like it's like an piano thingy. So we have a piano dance. Samba has its dance to it. So where if you watch football, it's like a Ronaldinho, Adriano, Robinho, Vinicius, whatever they score, they have the samba dance where you move your body and your hands simultaneously. So it is solidly rooted in Brazil, basically. Now, it's difficult to have Amapiano going to, but it will not fly because they will not hear it. Now, talking about Afrobeat, it will not go, they will not hear it. But this is Rema going to Brazil with his song Calm Down, breaking all yoke, breaking all barriers, breaking all protocols, and making sure that the Brazilian guys are vibing and loving what he did on Calm Down. Massive one to him for breaking that massive yoke. Still on Rema, we saw Rema and Gomez Calm Down have now sold over 6 million units in the US, and it is now eligible for 6 platinum in the US. Away from Rema, let's shift focus to Asake, Mr. Money. We saw Asake, Peace Be Unto You, have just surpassed 50 million streams on Spotify, and by that number, Asake moves up to number 5 on the elite list of Nigerian artists with at least 5 songs above 50 million stream each on Spotify. So if you're going to do the math, to say the least, Asake should have surpassed about 250 million already, to say the least. And that's a very big one for him. For someone who just came out 2 years ago, dominating this space like this, we all can just say congratulations. And then I'm sure in coming days, this guy is someone to be washed out, because you just can never tell what the next 2 years would look like for Asake. If in this short time he has done this much, the question is what would the next 2 years actually say regarding his efforts and his consistency. Moving on, we saw Super Eagles midfielder Ademola Lookman, and we saw where they crashed out of the final against Cote d'Ivoire. But then, while preparing for the final match, we saw Lookman actually taking center stage at the AFCON dressing room, where he was singing Asake's song "Lonely" at the top, and then we saw the remix version that Lookman sang, where he said, "All they want is the cup," and then instead of money on my mind, they said AFCON on their mind, and this was a very good build-up, but sadly they lost out at the finals. Moving on, we saw Asake obviously coming out to stun audiences at the Night of Generals, where he came out giving them dance steps, singing song off his Walk of Art album, Mr. Money with the Vibe, and the EP. They enjoyed every bit of his performance. Now, basically, Asake and Davido were the last set of guys to close the show. Asake performed before Davido. Davido was the last guy because obviously he's the bigger artist. But then it was nice to see Asake mount the stage, Zlatan mount the one, and these are stuff we like to see that should happen often in the country. Moving on, we saw Asake and TJ Murray. We've seen them back together for a video shoot. Now, this is coming after they've been a back and forth with TG and Asake. Are they fighting? What could be the problem? Is there a problem? We saw what they did on Mr. Money with the Vibe. TG shot majority of the video on Mr. Money with the Vibe, but then on Walk of Art, we saw Asake obviously going around with directors and not using TG. So it became a back and forth of what could be the problem. Is there a problem? Are they fighting? But now we can confirm to you that Asake is shooting the video for Only Me with Asake, and that one is a major boost. Actually, it just shows that the industry sector is a space where you cannot define it. You can't define it. All you have to do is just to watch the process and see the outcome. You would have said they are fighting, but apparently they are not, and they are working now on a new project called Only Me. We can't wait to see what the video shoot would look like. And moving on, we have Charlie Poppy as the next guy on the news. We saw where he came out to explain how he got his name, Charlie Poppy. And then he said he came out from a cartoon they were watching. There was a cartoon, if it would take a while to know it, the cartoon is called Shaolin Poppy. And then he said he was watching that cartoon one of those days, Shaolin Poppy, and why looking for his name, for his stage name, and his name is Crown. He said his name is Crown, and then he felt like if you use Crown, it would be catchy, so he needed a catchy name, and then that cartoon came to mind, Shaolin Poppy, and from there he removed the Cha that began it, then the Li at the back, and the P and the P. He just combined it, and then he came out with Charlie Poppy. That was how he got the name Charlie Poppy. Moving on, we saw where he came out to say, due to overwhelming demand, Presido has decided to add the second date on February 11th. Plutomanias, we eating good this year. London, see you. He sold out the 10th day of February, and then he announced the 11th day of February. And for both days, he sold out, and it was historic to see that his first concert was already sold out. The last person who did this was Asake, and Charlie Poppy is going similar routes. Moving on, we saw the first day on this is the 10th of February. We saw what the venue looked like, fully packed to the brim, and Charlie Poppy was actually energetic, killed it. Now there's this dance in with a did the Zeri. They invented the dance where they go back and then put the open the backward. Now he did that dance with about three different people in the audience, and they all can relate to what he was doing because they've seen it on social media and they wanted to experiment it live and direct with the originator Charlie Poppy. Moving on, we saw for the second day we saw Poppy and Whiskey was actually live and direct at the venue. So he came out to sing, and obviously, we gave him two songs. He was going to sing one song, but the DJ made him come back to sing another one, Abracadabra remix, and it was good to see Whiskey coming out to Poppy. Away from Charlie Poppy, we have Shay Vibes, who just surpassed 200 million stream across all credits on Spotify. His numbers might not be that impressive, but trust me, on Audio Mark, this guy is eating good. For Spotify, he has just surpassed 200 million stream across all credits. We say congrats again to Shay Vibes. Just coming in, we saw today Ayra Starr has peaked at number one on Nigerian Apple Music. Now, this song is a slow and steady song, but it is doing its intention and what it was created to do. Currently sitting at number one is a massive one, and then we say congrats. Now, I heard of song like Twe, Egu, Do I, like we have massive song, but then Comma is currently number one on Nigeria Apple Music charts. Final on the news, we saw Tiwa Savage's son Jamil Balogun coming out with an emotional message to his mom, and then this is what he had to say to his mom on WhatsApp. He said, "Mommy, this is Jamil. I'm so happy to have you as a mother to me. I appreciate all your hard work, and we are praying for you back home. Have a happy Valentine." Coming from Jamil. Tiwa responded saying, "Oh, thank you, Jam Jam. I love you so much, and everything I do is for you. I can't wait to be back. I'm going to hug you so tight. You are the best son in the whole wide world. My handsome little papa. Happy Valentine, my sunshine." Tiwa to post this one saying this was what she got from her son Jamil, and this is coming in the light of Valentine. Anyways, from Gusta, we're saying happy Valentine in advance. So catch you guys on the very next one. Please take care of yourself.